Like there's an app where if you know, you know, where if you are pretty enough and you put yourself on the app, clubs and private events in Miami will literally invite you to come and show your presence just because you're pretty. You can get invited to sections, invited to party bus rides and all these things just because you're pretty.
Under hair, flat chest, TV says bigger is better. South Beach, sugar free, Vogue says thinner is better.
Now those are words from a very well-learned woman who goes by Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter. Growing up in Miami really is so interesting because now that I'm an adult, like being like further into adulthood and having witnessed just the character of different areas in America, because I've traveled a lot, and just seeing the diversity in how physical attractiveness is perceived in different parts of the United States is absolutely insane. In the South, you know, the grills, you know, they're thick. They're thick. The South loves them a thick mama. If you don't got like, you know, the back arm fat, girl, they don't want nothing to do with you. And then, you know, everywhere else, that's a lot more cosmopolitan. Miami specifically is the only place that I can really talk about. Physical attractiveness in Miami can almost be likened to having a type of net worth, if you will. You know, people with higher net worths that are known and have higher net worths, you know, they're treated a bit different, you know, wherever they go. Same thing goes for physical attractiveness, and I haven't noticed it anywhere as much as Miami and Atlanta, but that's besides the point. Like, I know I mentioned it in the beginning of the video, but I need to emphasize this, that there is an app. There is an app where girls who meet a certain, you know, certain look can literally be invited by different promoters to their clubs, functions, and events just to present that certain event, party, whatever, has a certain image. And let's talk about Wynwood, girl. If you ever come to Miami and you go to Wynwood, and you don't come to Wynwood just any type of way and look in any type of way, okay? Wynwood has a dress code. Wynwood has a dress code. They may not tell you outright, but they'll tell you at the door once you've been waiting in the line for 2 hours to get inside. Ooh. Bleep that out. Bleep that out. I'm not about to get involved in any lawsuit. Once you get to the door of like some of these clubs, they will turn you around and say,
your shoes aren't red bottom. Sorry. We're only doing red bottom, YSL, and Chanel heels today. So I don't know what those are, but you know, you can't come in here.
Okay, that's an exaggeration. That might actually not be an exaggeration. I thought I was exaggerating, but I actually okay, obviously you need to come classy is like the point I'm getting across. You need to have a certain image. And obviously it's very vapid and superficial. Very vapid and superficial. But, and I cannot stress this enough, it's so bad. When you get a taste of how you are treated in Miami, when you look a certain way, I'm not gonna lie, it does something to your head, and I can tell that just continues to repeat the cycle over and over and over. So just to give everybody some background, I used to be 208 pounds, right? During, you know, we really can't say anymore. We really cannot say we'll literally get this flag. Girl, it's been 5 years. Why can't I say that word? That is so stupid. I hate YouTube. But yes, over the quarantine, I was 208 pounds, and like exiting I took a picture with like a couple family members on like a vacation or whatever, and I was appalled at what I had become. I'm not gonna lie. I let myself go. I did not like the way that I looked. Like, okay, body positivity and all that, love that. I did not like the way I looked, okay? And then coming back home to Miami, like after college and everything, and reintegrating with Miami culture as an adult, oh my God. Blew my brain. And when I finally lost the weight and I got down to like 150, 140, now 140, 145 maybe, but I think 150. When I reached 150, the 180 of the way I was treated in a lot of events, situations, and scenarios, insane, absolutely insane. And damn right, I loved it. I'm not gonna lie, I loved it. I love it. Present tense. But it's really so sad and disheartening to think that just because you don't look a certain way or fit a certain image, that you can literally be treated as a third-tier citizen. I just think that's crazy. That's absolutely insane to me. I'm so sorry, y'all. I had to stop recording in the middle of this because I went on this huge-ass tangent. But anyway, let me just summarize this so we can get to the point. Miami is very vapid, very superficial, you know, very glitz and glam. And I love the cosmopolitan vibe. I love living here. I love going to Brickell and like all these other places. But I noticed like the social atmosphere here when interacting with people, especially strangers, very much like the direction that the conversation will take is very much contingent on how you look and how you present yourself. I think it's unfortunate. I think it's very unfortunate, and I don't think it's gonna change. If I'm going to be completely honest, I don't think it's going to change. I feel like this is the foundation that Miami is built on. I mean, we are like basically the capital in the United States for plastic surgery. And I do love that like health and wellness and like a healthier lifestyle is becoming a lot more prominent and prevalent here. But it's for the reasons of looking attractive, not just for health and wellness, okay? And yeah, that's it. I just wanted to get on here and talk about that. It was just something that was on my mind, and I was like, oh my God, my city sucks, and I love my city so much. But anyway, girl, I gotta get ready for this run club, and let me drink my sugar-free Red Bull because it's only 10 calories, and let me eat my apples with Greek yogurt mixed with protein powder. That way, you know, I can get, you know, some healthier carbs in my body along with some protein. Meet my protein goal and stay in my calorie deficit. Oh my God, it's broken record. Oh my God, the things to be fit and socially acceptable in a cosmopolitan environment. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm still gonna do it though, because I do want free drinks when I go to Palace and everywhere I go on South Beach. So I will do it, but I'm not gonna like it. Anyway, later.